Hi everyone, I'm Mary Rose and this is Home and Haven. Thank you so much for dropping by today. Happy spring. We had today's first day of spring. It has been officially spring now for about 2 hours. Here in Florida it is kind of a windy, blustery day, but definitely warm, and I know that a lot of you guys are still dealing with snow and everything, so you'll be warming up soon, I'm sure, and next thing we'll all be complaining about the heat. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today just about getting started again. It seems like we have time after time we get going, we're cooking along with all of our things, our routines are moving along as they should be, and then all of a sudden something happens and we're just knocked off of our schedules. That kind of happened to me last week. It was spring break. My daughter and I were out of town for the week. We were helping my parents move, and it was great, and it was a really productive week. But once we got back home, we had several things to do over the weekend, and then yesterday came, and it was really hard to get restarted. So I actually let myself have that time. I did just what I needed to do, so I made sure that, our suitcases were unpacked. We did that over the weekend, although I'm not entirely sure that hers is completely unpacked. But mine is, and I got all the laundry done. Today, I'm pretty much back in full gear. I do usually sheets and towels. I wash those on Tuesday, so that's done again. Slowly but surely kind of getting back in the rhythm of our daily routine. And so yesterday I just kind of let myself have that time. I did a few things. I, went through my planner, saw what meetings I have this week, where I need to be, and that's the big thing, is to give yourself a little bit of time when you've gotten out of the rut, but not too much time. And actually, it's not getting out of the rut, it's getting out of the routine. And we get stuck in the rut when we don't get ourselves going again. Because all of a sudden, if we sit there too long, a couple of days have gone by, and then, possibly a week. I mean, I've had that happen where it's just like, if you don't push yourself to get back in those routines and make things happen again, it gets harder and harder to get going. So that's where we are today. If you have spring break coming up, try to have a few things in place for when you get home so it makes that transition easier, if you are leaving town. If you're traveling, one of the things that I do as soon as I get home anymore is unpack the suitcase, because I have found that if I leave that suitcase and it's full of clothes from our trip, the longer it sits there, the harder it gets to unpack it. So anytime you're coming home from a trip, unpack that suitcase right away, because that will definitely help you get back in the right frame of mind for your daily routines. You won't have the extra stuff sitting there. And then just ease into it a little bit if you need to. It isn't hard to get started again, but it's harder the longer you let it go. So I am very happy to be back with you guys. I'd been doing I'd been doing the lives for the last couple of weeks before we went down to my folks for spring break. And then I didn't do any last week. So I have to tell you, it was kind of hard, getting back to that today. And I would have done it this morning, but just letting myself ease into things. So I'm glad that I'm with you this afternoon, and I hope that you guys, if you have any routines that you follow when you come home for a trip, or when you've just kind of gotten out of your routine, what jump starts you, what gets you guys going? I'd love to know, because I'm always looking for ways to make things better, and we can always help each other with that, because everybody's got great ideas that can really help everybody else. So I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy this first day of spring, and I will see you soon. Bye.